Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
The,
Excuse me, I'll have you get with your lawyer and then they can get with pretrial.
and I start today. It starts today at 5 p.m., which is why she had to come today.
Okay.
So-
I'll have you get with Miss Reedy. She can get with pretrial. You guys can work out the details.
All right, thanks.
Judge, would you like me to email that proof of employment to you or to pretrial?
No, to Felicia. And I
Okay.
don't know if you have her email address. I'll see if I can get it for you.
Okay, please. I'll see if I-
Give me a second. I'll chat it to you. Hold on a
Okay,
second.
thank you, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Williams. Sir, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On July 15, 2024 in Harris County, Texas, a defendant was observed on surveillance video entering a pawn shop accompanied by a female, a toddler, and a baby in a car seat carrier. The defendant was observed putting down the baby, picking up a projector, and concealing it behind an item on the next aisle. The defendant then returned to the baby, picked up the baby, and then picked up the hidden projector and concealed it in the car seat. The female completed a transaction at the counter, and the defendant left with the item in the car seat without paying, passing all points of sale. The defendant was identified by his Tennessee driver's license photo by the complaining witness. The value of the item stolen was $2,000 or $2,099.99.
Do we know if they got it back?
I do not, does not say in the DIMS. I need just a moment, Your Honor.
We can worry about it later.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Williams, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to this pawn shop. You've also missed 3 different times. If you miss, excuses go in one ear, go out the other. Actions are what matter, Mr. Williams. You've missed court on 3 different occasions. If you miss again, I'm going to make your bond so high, it's going to hit the clouds. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? I'll have you fill out an application. I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. Okay. You get, every time you bond out, they give you paperwork telling you where you need to go, the date and time and the location. So I'm not going to argue with you, man. It's just, we've had 3 different occasions. Your case is 220 days old. So I'll have you fill out an application. I'm going to have you sign a receipt. I'm going to have you take a seat, but I need to do further bond conditions on him. So you're not allowed to leave until we do further bond conditions. Please, please.
We're approaching on Sean Williams. He's on today's docket.
This is the gentleman, it's a theft of the projector from, okay.
Victoria told me I needed to approach about bond conditions. But if you're happy with them all,
Well, no, the thing is this case is super duper old, right?
yes. And the judge, this was a 2B. And so that's part of the age. And then
If it's a true 2B for
well-
like 180 days, then I don't have a problem. But if he's been on bond
Well-
and then he takes off for 150, then
so just my brief look at it, what looks like happened is it was a 2B. He got picked up. He paid an out-of-county bond. And his next court date was not clear to him. And
come on.
so he did bond forfeit. And then he paid another out-of-county bond and he's here today.
Yeah, he's forfeited at least 2 different times. It's now 212 days old.
It looks like to me, he's only bond forfeited once.
He's made,
And again, any amount of bond forfeiting is bad, but
discovery complete on this case.
Hold on, Your Honor. Verify that.
If you ever take off on me again, Mr. Williams, you know what's going to happen to the bond. And if you don't have anyone in this world that's willing to pony up 10,000, perhaps 5 to 10,000, you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this thing is over. Do you understand me? The only thing in this world I'm asking you to do is keep my county safe and show up. You pick up another case, you are unsafe to my county. it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand me?
Do believe this, Your Honor, there's,
I'd like you to do a writ first as well to see whether they got the projector back or not.
yes, Your Honor.
And then,
Judge, if we can just have a regular reset,
your regular reset.
that'll give me time to look at
You
everything.
must be here at the next setting. So we're going to decide what we're going to do with this case. But I'm going to tell you now, if they didn't get it back, it will be part of anything. That
Understood.
restitution is, all right, Mr. Williams, don't have any contact with these people. Don't have any weapons. Don't pick up any new cases. So I guess, Felicia, I'll have you do it as just because it'll be faster so we can get them out of here. Just no contact with the complaining witness, no going back to the pawn shop, no new cases, no drugs, no alcohol. Okay. All right, dude. Good luck. See you in 30.
Okay. Okay, so I have talked to pretrial in regards to the violations as to tampering with the scram.
You need a translator anyway, right?
I guess
Vicky
so.
Ramirez?
Yes. So, pretrial doesn't know exactly what was tampered with. He does work in construction. He wears boots. He wears socks. He does suffer from this condition called neuropathy, where he has to put like this cream on here. He says that scram actually has been causing him a lot of pain on his legs. So sometimes he shifts it to put the lotion or moves it. But since it was in the morning, he said it was probably like when he was at work with the boots. But there was no like BAC, no alcohol, nothing. It was just
Because a
tampering.
lot of times the way they do it, they tamper with it so that alcohol can't be detected. They'll put something in between the leg and the monitor to, evade. This is Enrique Ramirez.
This was,
A lot of times they'll say the tamper was from midnight to like 6 a.m. so that we know that there was something in between the leg or they've done something for that length of time. I don't know.
See the first one?
And it says alcohol was
began
detected.
on March 1st at 4:32 a.m., returned to baseline at 2:40 p.m. That tamper was 10 hours and 8 minutes.
Come up, Mr. Ramirez.
I don't see the second one. I see the one on the first. only.
¿dónde es?
Tengo que te estás, que tienes alcohol en tu sistema y que estás fallando con la máquina también.
No, sir.
La máquina me dice otra cosa. I don't know what to tell you, Ms. Solis, but
Oh, I mean, pretrial doesn't have knowledge as far as like what was the tampering. I mean,
they can't. It's impossible.
I know that, Judge.
It is, all we know is that the device was not detecting his skin for certain period of time, and at the same time, alcohol is detected.
¿Dónde estás el día primero y el día 8?
So let's do this. I need to get a translator here so I can properly translate and let him know what I'm going to. Oh, Plaza.
Yes.
Can I borrow you for a second, please?
Baptism?
I just need you to help me translate.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Ramirez. You were instructed not to tamper or remove the device. We have 2 tamper events here, where on March 1st at 6:33 a.m. and the second one on March 10th of 2025 at 11 a.m. Alcohol was detected on the first event. Alcohol was not detected during the second tamper event. That's what I have. We need to do something with this case. It's 207 days old and he's now tampering with the device. So
I know, Judge. I mean, we're ready for plea today, but
up the bond. You're tampering with the device and you're consuming alcohol. Told you not to. Let's do this. I'll send it for a drug and alcohol test right now, and he'll.
Okay, Judge, yeah, because he has no status. If he goes in custody, he will get an ICE hold.
I have admonished you ad nauseum not to violate conditions, because if you go to jail, there will be serious consequences. And we now have tamper events and a positive alcohol rating. I am now going to send you for an alcohol and drug test right now. I want to know what, if anything, that you will test positive, and you're to come right back. And we'll see.
Yeah, because he does say, he does use the creams on his arms and hands, so it doesn't have a BAC level or anything in regards to the scram, so.
Advised of.
I understand, Judge, I understand.
All I know is that alcohol was detected and he's tampering with the device.
Okay, all right, Judge. All right, well, so I'll step out and then, okay, thank you.
What's up, man?
I'm here for Ricardo. He just said he just wanted to
Ricardo.
approach for an admonishment. So
Kim is here.
Oh, Dave's there. Okay. Hey, Dave. Sorry, man. I've been in different courts.
okay. I mean, if it's just for an admonishment, then I can just sit here. Like if it was something contested, it'd be different. But it's just literally it was the judge. It was the one we approached on Monday for the remand, and it's just I guess telling him about.
Do you want me to bring him out?
Yeah, let's bring him out. Can we bring out Mr. Joshua Sweat? Because I did want to talk about the reason why they're asking for an extension. And I talked to the client, and I need to bring this up. So.
Not happy?
Well, it's part of it. I think you're saying that he's medically unfit to be transferred. I think that's the reason that.
Right. So I mean, in plain speak, he's detoxing, and medical needs to figure out when they're finished with that before they can even Louisiana can even initiate the transfer. That's the issue, is they can't even tell when they're coming because he's not cleared yet for transport, ironically. So, yeah.
So that's something that I want to address with client being here. Yeah, and sorry I waited till the end on this, Judge, but I've been running around. It's one of those days.
Hey, we're all feeling it. Don't worry about it. You're doing great. I'm tired too. And I still got to go fix a flat tire, man. I had a flat tire. Come on.
Oh no.
Hey, Judge,
Huh?
you have AAA? You don't have AAA?
No, because you through your insurance, you have roadside assistance. Yeah. I'm not dumbass. Forgot to call him though. Hey,
How you doing, sir?
how are you, Mr. Sweat?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Well, let's talk. You know, I think that you, if I remember correctly, you have a parole violation out of.
Louisiana judge.
No, Michigan, sir.
Yeah,
Or Michigan. Sorry, Michigan. I'm sorry. I conflated two cases.
That's right. He was a Michigander. That's what we were saying. That's right. You know, a lot of times in life, you really have to read the fine print. You got to read what you're signing. A lot of people just sign just because they want to be done with it. Yay, I'm getting on probation. Yay, I'm getting on parole. Let me just sign what I'm going to do. You know, one of the things that you sign in the jurisdiction where you signed, where you refuse, or I'm sorry, you waived extradition by signing the document that you agreed to be on. So whether you agreed to get on parole, whether you agreed to be on probation, you refused extradition by signing the document in and of itself. And it says there, I will, you know, waive extradition if I ever become a fugitive from justice. You are now a fugitive from justice, meaning that you are wanted out of the other state.
Yes, sir.
So you can't sit here and say, you know what, I want to try to get a bond so I can just go turn myself in. You have already you have what's called a pre-signed waiver. You have already signed.
Because that's why I was trying to get back.
We are going to get you back.
Yes, sir.
The problem is that sometimes, you know, we give them up to 30 days for them to come get you from Michigan.
I was under the impression it was 14.
In the typical instance where I don't give someone a bond, yeah, but for pre-signed waiver cases, it's 30 days.
Judge, and if I may, that's my argument. When we did all this, we always talk about the practice of 14 days. And so when we originally talked, we reset it out 14 days, and we were all basing it on the 14 days. Now, the extension that they're seeking is my understanding because he is detoxing. And at that point, my question is, I talked to him when we talked about the 14 days. We understood each other. He understood me. He seemed fine. I talked to him again today. He seems fine.
And he may be fine now, but when he probably first got here and when everybody was notified, it may have been a different story. He may have been like, just
No,
in the
I talked to him.
clouds.
I talked to him when we talked about the waiver, Judge.
Yeah, I'd been off my detox medication by the time I signed my waiver. I was no longer on even any detox medication.
And so my argument, Judge, I get it. And my argument is, hey, he's ready to go. We don't need extra time. Why are we holding him here extra days? Yeah, he signed the pre-signed waiver, but we talked about 14. If they're supposed to be here in 14, that's the practice. He's good to go.
That's not the practice for pre-signed waivers. It's not right. The 14 days, and understand the 14 days, hold on.
Yes, sir.
The 14 days
Yes, sir.
is us being nice because statutorily, it's 30 days. Even in the instance where if it were a 14-day thing where I'm going to give someone a bond or this or that, statutorily, it's 30 days. We do 14 days because we have so many damn people in jail that we try to get them out as quick as possible. So as a courtesy to you, it's for everybody else, not for pre-signed waiver cases. We, as a courtesy, do 14 days. But in reality, we have 30, or they have 30 to come get you. And then Harris County releases you at that time.
May I say one thing?
Sure.
It would have been 8 days ago, last Tuesday. They told me ATW. I went downstairs. They said Michigan is here to get you. I waited 4 hours and in the holding cell. Then they said, actually, they're not coming. I had to go all the way back through the booking process again. They took my money from my account, put it in a check. I cannot go to commissary, can't go to commissary. And the waiver that I did sign, I did read the fine print, and it said they have 14 days. And if they do not, 10 business days, 14 calendar days. And if not, then they can seek an extension if necessary. My argument, I understand everything you said, and I'm not questioning I know the law more than you, but I did read the fine print.
So hold on, let's find out. Mr. Kim,
Yes, Judge.
what's the good word? Tell me
So
about
they're supposed to be giving an update this afternoon. Hold on, I don't want to misspeak. Yes, I got an email about an hour ago, I want to say, that they should give the final update yesterday, but it's one where obviously they have to medically clear him. I mean, a liability alone in terms of, I'm not gonna just, trust that he's good to go until a medical professional tells me that he's good to go for transport, because it's a liability on both, obviously, the sheriff's office side and Michigan side for the transport. We have.
You want to roll it till tomorrow to see what they say?
Well, I mean, that's fine, but it's just for an update, just because, I mean, once the email comes in saying that he's clear, I would obviously relay that over to Ricardo. So, I mean, we can roll over, that's fine, but just rolling it over isn't going to rush their decision because they already have it on the forefront because we've been emailing about it.
Do you have any clue when they're going to get here?
Well, so once he's clear, they can book it. So I believe they said once they clear him, they can get him in.
What do you mean once they clear him? What does that mean? He's not cleared as of right now?
That's what I mean. Is like right now, medical has not cleared him from the Harris County side for Michigan to
I haven't
come get
been
him.
on detox medication since the fourth
I have
day.
no idea what that means.
The fourth. When I was withdrawn because I had to take Xanax, and when I came in, they gave me a 5-day detox. I haven't been on detox medication.
So let's do this. Let's roll it to tomorrow. Who do I need to check in with to see if he clears from medical?
Well, I mean, it's a sheriff's office via Harris Health, but we're already in communication with them. That's what I'm saying. It's like no one's sleeping on this. We've been actively. There's like 4 emails this morning alone. No one is. They're just making sure he's cleared medically, and so there's no magic. It's going to be in 4 hours. It's when medical clears him. And it's not something that I can force, obviously, because it's determinative of his condition. Not just the fact that he's off medication, it's the equivalent of going into an ER. They have to observe, they have to make sure he's stable and he's safe for transport. I don't know what that means. And obviously, the sheriff's office makes that determination based on safety. So, safety, both him and the officers coming to pick him up.
I guess let's do this. Set it for Friday. And I'll reach out to the sheriff's office to see what the heck is going on so they can go interview him to get him cleared as soon as possible.
Okay, I will have this
I
reset
will
for.
email now, figure out sweat, right?
From me, actually, I did too. Sweat. Over my understanding when I looked into it, it's the prison that wants you.
Charles Egler reception.
Whatever it
Rapid
was.
Center.
I think I mentioned it to you. Like, who is
You said
this?
the Lansing Tether unit, but
That thing. That's who's asking for you.
am I going to the
Mr.
county
Kent,
jail?
Day, I'm gonna CC you on this, okay?
Yes, Judge.
Give me a second. Hey, Ricardo, what's your email address?
Judge, it's R, last name Laredo.
832? Okay, I'm CCing you on this as well.
And Judge, my only argument is look at the man. He looks in better health than
No,
I am.
that's why I'm emailing
Yeah.
him.
That's all. Thank you, Judge. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm, you know,
I actually have a court
Hold on.
date set for the 16th, which would have been the day after my 14th day.
Okay, okay. Well, Judge is doing he's going
Yeah.
above and beyond. He's
I
trying to
appreciate
figure
it.
it out for us as well. So
Thank you.
let's allow an opportunity to do so. So you can hear everybody's trying to figure this out. I mean, everybody sees you.
Yeah.
Judge sees you. I see you.
yet he has been held in custody since when? Is
27th.
Is it?
27th of last month.
that right?
It sounds about right. I saw him.
I don't want to take your word.
Dave, do you have that by chance?
It shows that he was filed on April 1st. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It's the wrong case.
331.
Oh, sorry. It's 331. Yeah.
3:30.
I was held in Pasadena jail till the from the
I'm
27th.
not counting Pasadena.
Okay, okay.
The point we're doing now is you look good. We're trying to make that happen as soon as possible. Get this in the.
Yeah, there. But once they clear the start over, but I feel like we're at days.
They lost how many days we lost. We're trying to figure it out.
That would be big. Okay. That was
Okay. So let's at least set you 2 days out to make sure, what my feeling is that medical is going to want to talk to you to make sure everything's fine so that you're fit for transport. Once that happens, they can get the fugitive prosecutor to let Michigan know, hey, come get him. And then hopefully they can do it within the allotted time. I've just set the email now. Let's set off for 2 days for Friday and we'll see. And hopefully that gets done.
Is the allotted time being 14 or 30?
I don't know yet.
Sure.
We're trying to figure it out.
I don't know. I'm not going to commit to anything at this point because I don't know why they didn't clear you when they last interviewed you. So there's a lot of other things that play to determine when the day actually is. But be that as it may, we're going to try to get you out as quick as possible.
Yes, sir.
No one's sleeping on it and no one's waiting for just,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Thank
we're
you.
working on it.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you for.
Thanks for-
Thank you, Judge. I'll reset to Friday. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Mr. Gonzalez Dominguez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. Second offense. Looks like you have worked out an agreement where
Quiet for a plea.
it is a true second though, right?
It is a true second, Your Honor. I believe it was just filed as first for whatever reason.
You're charged with driving while intoxicated, first offense, although it's a second offense. You need to understand that there are very serious consequences with this, Mr. Gonzalez. You now will have 2 DWIs on your record. What happens on the next one?
La próxima. ¿Qué es lo que va a pasar? Deportación. Deportation? No.
If you ever
Sí, usted.
get pulled over again and an officer smells alcohol, you will be charged with driving while intoxicated, third offense, which is a felony offense. You were looking at a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. Do you understand? If I were you, I would never get into a car, even if you've had a sip of alcohol. Otherwise, it's probably not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You are giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement today. You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. Under federal law, you give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you are stuck with this forever. Is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above?
Que tenías concentración de alcohol más de 0.1%.
Sí, señor.
¿Verdad o no verdad?
The agreement is 1 year in jail to be probated for 15 months. We will do a DWI, repeat offender DWI education class. You will do one victim impact panel. You will do a TRAS to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. No drugs, no alcohol, no breath test refusal. If you were pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. If you do not, then you're in violation. I'm telling you now, Mr. Gonzalez Dominguez, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my county at all costs. And apparently you have not gotten the message. So now you will be required to pay the DPS supervisory fee and the court costs. You will now be leaving here somewhere in the neighborhood of around $5,000 in fines and fees. And if you don't pay it, every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. And if you're not a citizen of this country, you're not here with permission, you go to jail for that kind of time, you will probably get an immigration detainer. Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende? Sí, señor. Yes, sir.
I'm suspending your ability to drive for 1 year. You must also obtain does he have a portable device now, or what does he have?
I'm on right now, Your Honor.
Okay.
We are asking for the portable since he will be.
So once he gets the portable device first, then we can take off the scram device.
Yeah.
I have been paying for all of your devices as of now. Going forth, you will be required to pay for everything. If you fail to pay for it, if the device goes into lockout, so will your probation. You must do a $100 donation to Mothers Against Drunk Driving, 30 hours of community service. Do you have children?
¿Tiene hijos?
No.
No.
Okay. You will be required to do the 30 hours of community service.
Varios.
Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty, and I'm going to follow this agreement. How much is the total?
Judge, you said you were gonna do 1 year flat driverless suspension?
Correct.
So with the driverless suspension is 4,900.
No, but it's 45 for the
45.
supervisory, and then what are court costs?
Oh, so the DPS fine is
4,500.
And then the court costs are 420.
How much?
420.
420?
420.
You will now owe $3,920. You will be given a 2-year payment plan to do it. If you fail to pay, like I said, 1 day for every $100 you owe. Somehow we have to get your attention, and I hope this is it, before something drastic happens where you end up with a 50-year sentence. Good luck to you, sir. So you are charged with threatening exhibition or use of a firearm with a school bus. You're facing up to 1 year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement that it's a 6-month deferred. Ms. Uceda, this is the type of probation that if you complete successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
You can't tell people it was dismissed. It doesn't get dismissed. You do a probation. If you complete it, there's no conviction on your record.
Oh,
There's a big difference. Do you understand?
yeah, I understand.
Okay. It is extremely important that you complete this successfully, because if you don't, this is a potential crime of violence that will always be used against you in the future. If you ever try to apply for a job, if you ever try to go do something in this life, you will always have to explain this. If it's a conviction, meaning if it goes on your record, that is a very bad thing.
Yeah, I
You
understand.
need to complete this probation.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm going to waive all your fees. It's never about the money. It's about you showing up on time, not using alcohol, not using drugs, and doing illegal drugs, and doing the classes you're supposed to do. The recommendation here was for you to do a Thinking for a Change, which is a 16-week class that you go once a week. Mr. Slider has asked for me to give you a different class, which is a effective decision-making class, which is an 8-hour class. I will do it. The other thing she's supposed to do is what else?
It's anger management.
It's still an anger management.
I finished that one already.
If it's okay with you, that's what you do.
Did she do it? Was
She did do it.
Yeah, I finished it.
She's done quite a bit since she's been on bond, Judge.
Okay, I will give you credit for anything that you've done.
Mhm.
The only thing that we're asking you to do, stay out of trouble. Don't be in possession of weapons. And I'll make you a deal. If you do really well, I'll take you off in half the time. So if you get everything done, you're nice to everybody, especially the probation officers, because I'm telling you, these people have a really hard job because they deal with a lot of people who aren't nice. And if you aren't nice to the probation officers, they're not going to treat you well, and you're going to be right back over them.
I understand.
You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to test on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported. Right. I still have to advise you that if you're not, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization.
But I was.
He's just advising you,
Oh,
just in
okay.
case if you weren't, he's just making sure.
You need to
that
understand that you also give up the right to appeal.
Oh.
So what that means is that once you enter into this is a contract that you and I are entering into. If you complete it successfully, we're all happy. If you violate it, though, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail, bring you back out, and you're facing a whole year if you violate this. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
Don't pick up any new cases. Do your stuff on time. If there's ever any issues, if you ever have any problems, come back, talk to us, and we can work through anything.
Okay, I understand.
Any questions?
No.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. Sorry, I'm very nervous.
No need to be. You know, as long as you do everything well, there's no need to be nervous.
Mhm.
I'm not going to find you guilty. I'm going to wait. I will withhold that for 6 months. Wait for you to do what you need to do.
What I did was a mistake, I know.
Just the idea is that you learn. That's why we have this, so that you learn, so you don't make the mistake again and end up with something worse. Everybody back there in jail, they never learn. They never grew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Grow up. What are you doing with yourself now? Did you graduate from high school?
Last year, I graduated.
So what's the plan for the rest of your life?
Next year, I might go to college.
Why next year? Why are you waiting?
Because they were helping me to get into college. But
Who's they?
like the teacher from high school.
Okay, so what are you doing with yourself now? Nothing.
Helping my parents. I know it's nothing, I know.
No, that's not good. You're doing nothing. And the thing is that all you're doing is you're getting older. And if you're not doing anything now, 1 year is going to pass by, 2 years is going to pass by. That's unacceptable.
I might get a job.
No, you need to get a job. And I'm now making that a condition of as well. You either have to get a job or be in school full time. I'm not going to let you be a bum and do nothing while you're on probation. If you don't get a job, it's not going to go well for you. You need to be productive. Because when you have too much time on your hands, you get self-destructive. Bad things happen. You need something to do in this life. Do you understand?
Understand.
Okay, so I want to know within 3 weeks that she's done something. I'm giving you 3 weeks. If you don't have a bunch of applications in to try to get a job, it's not going to go well. I want you to start looking.
I applied, but they want like everything. They want Social Security.
How else are they going to pay you?
They want it. I don't have such. I do have, but
You do? If you were born here, you do. You just got to
they
go
want
get a copy
ID,
of
but I
it.
haven't got my ID.
She got to go get her ID.
I have to go get my ID.
Man, how are you going to live this life without even an ID? And she said, no. I'm gonna keep you here. We're gonna work with you to make sure that stuff happens with you. First, I want you to get your ID. You got 2 weeks. After that, we're gonna work on getting your Social Security card. You got another 2 weeks to get your Social Security card. After that, we're gonna start working on getting you a job.
Social Security.
You got the card?
My mom has it.
Okay. So I want you to go get an ID. You got 2 weeks. Got it?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. Good
Thank you,
luck.
Judge.
Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Upshaw. Sir, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On April 5th, 2025, a law enforcement officer conducted a traffic stop due to a heavily tinted motor vehicle in Harris County, Texas, and also for the defendant's failure to signal within 100 feet before making his turn. The officer told the defendant to lower his windows for safety. The defendant slightly lowered the rear window, the officer was still unable to see inside the vehicle. The officer asked the defendant again to lower the window. The defendant said he did not have to. The officer observed the defendant acting nervously by breathing heavily and staring at the floorboard of the motor vehicle. The officer told the defendant to step out of the vehicle for safety. The defendant refused. The officer opened the driver's door and told the defendant to step out of the vehicle. The defendant declined again. The officer grabbed the defendant's wrist and attempted to pull the defendant out of the vehicle. The defendant resisted by clenching his fist and pulling his arm away towards his body. And the officer told the defendant to step out again, to which the defendant stated he did not have to. The officer attempted to pull the defendant out of the motor vehicle. The defendant continued to resist by pulling his arm towards his body. The officer was able to pull the defendant outside of the car. The defendant again resisted by clenching both fists and refused to place his hands behind his back by tensing his arms and pulling away. The officer and his partner forced handcuffs onto the defendant in order to perform the arrest.
Mr. Upshaw, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run his license, please? See if there's a valid. The only bond condition I'm placing on you now, sir, is that you're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid license, a Texas driver's license, and liability insurance in your name. I'm just asking you to follow the law. If you do not have one or the other, then you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
His license is eligible.
Okay, so I'm going to have you sign conditions to that, and then do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're going to give you time to hire a lawyer, so I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box. I'm going to get you bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and that's how you're free to go. All right? Please.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here for Mr. Torres. And could we turn the live stream? He's out on bond, yes. And if we could turn the live stream off, please. That would be okay. This is the old DWI. I'm being appointed to the case today. So I talked to the state and I kind of looked at the procedural history of the case. So he had hired an attorney. He came to court every single time the attorney was hired and was working for him. There was a PTI offer on the table while the attorney was hired. And the attorney basically told Mr. Torres, okay, well, it's going to be this additional money if you want to enter into the PTI program for me to represent you throughout that whole process. And Mr. Torres couldn't afford it. And so the attorney withdrew and Mr. Torres didn't come to court one time. Only one time he didn't come to court.
Multiple times that he has not failed, that he's
Where,
failed job.
okay. Where on the district. I looked at the resets and sometimes he was not required to appear and then there was one capias. So I might be misreading, but
At a county bond.
because I think he was arrested.
I see the capias on 10-8 and then 4-3.
10-8 and then what?
3? No.
He was arrested out of county.
It's a lawyer.
So
Okay, so here's what we'll do is I'll give you some time.
yes, well, I talked to the state and they're like, we're not opposed to PTI, but you have to reapply, right?
I'm
And
not going to sit here and wait the 3 months when the case is 332 days old.
Okay.
No, I'll give you 30 days at the max
okay,
for him to have everything done, turned in and ready to go. But I'm not going to sit here and reward someone for.
The judge, only thing I said was to make sure it was clarifying. He was originally auto approved, I pulled that, and now he's going to require mitigation package
Right.
because of these.
Okay, so what we'll do is I'm going to give him 2 weeks to have the mitigation packet turned in.
okay,
Okay, if he doesn't have it turned in, it's clear to file. And
okay,
then I'm going to put a GPS monitor on him now,
okay.
so we know where he is.
Yeah. And one more thing, Your Honor, just to make the court aware, there is discovery, well, the state doesn't have discovery missing or anything like that, but I want to obviously submit a supplemental breath and
Oh,
toxilizer discovery order. Like there's very minimal discovery in this case. And so I have no idea what kind of investigation was done on this case prior to my representation. And so I do have concerns that
I looked
there's.
today,
Okay.
I expedited a special.
Right, so I'm just saying, like, in 30, I don't know in 30 days what the discovery situation will be, but I intend to file a breath discovery order,
Get it done today.
so.
Come up, Mr. Torres. Regardless, if he's applying for the PTI program, 2 weeks, he must have absolutely everything turned in.
Okay, yeah, it does require the TRAS as well.
Happen after the fact.
Okay,
If he's either,
just the application and the
you must
paperwork,
have
okay.
absolutely everything done within 2 weeks, or I'm not giving you any more resets for that. Do you understand? Today, you will get a scram on one ankle, you're going to get a GPS monitor, and if you take off again, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand? You're not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. Can you run his license, please?
Yes, sure.
Mr. Torres, Judge?
No, Joe.
Yeah.
Did you say
Torres,
Christopher?
last name. Torres? Giselle.
I thought she said Christopher.
Oh.
That's why. Did you? No? Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
It is eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. You're not allowed to drive unless you have liability insurance as well. That is also a condition of your bond. Do you understand? Okay, so we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Tell me.
Have Dwayne Berard,
Bond or Jen?
Joe.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the word?
I was speaking with the chief. I'm not sure if he wanted to come up here on this individual. This is for Dwayne Berard, if we can do probable cause.
It's an assault, right?
Yes, Your Honor. On February 1st, 2025, an officer was notified of an inmate who was assaulted by 2 other unidentified inmates. The officer was informed by the detention officer that the complaint was stated he had been assaulted by the defendants. The officer was unable to review surveillance video due to the camera being down. The officer interviewed the detention officer who identified the defendants by the description given to him by the complaining witness. The officer interviewed the complaining witness and observed redness and bruises to the right side of his face and a laceration on his right forearm. The complaining witness stated that 2 light-skinned black males had entered into a cell yelling.
Joe Torres?
I apologize, I'm reading straight from the note. You've got to get your gay ass out of here. And started stomping and punching him. The complainant was described one male as bald with a beard and the other had a fade with waves and tattoos. Complainant stated both males had seen him previously sitting with a transgender inmate and made comments. Through the description, the detention officer was able to identify the defendants.
Judge, the complainant says that the people that assaulted him were 2 light-skinned males, 1 bald with a beard and 1 with a fade and a beard. My client at the time had an afro. He does not even match the description given by the complainant. So off of the wrong, improper identification of my client, there would be no probable cause to make the arrest. He doesn't even fit the description.
Days?
Your Honor.
I mean, I don't know. You know, that was 2 months ago. Hair grows. I don't.
When I saw him, I got the case, I think February 11th. When I saw him on that date, he had an afro. In his booking photo, he has an afro. Now, after the fact, he has now cut his hair. February 1st is the date of the incident. He had an afro.
So Your Honor, what we have here is, and just come from the office report. By the description given by inmate Gardner, Cameron was able to identify inmate Williams, inmate Gerard, Dwayne. Inmate Gardner was a fear for his life and press charges against said inmates.
I don't know. Do you want to reach out to the officer? Did they like take some kind of?
I mean, absolutely.
There
Or
was
did they
pictures
bring him?
on the portal. The pictures taken, there is a male with a beard and a fade with tattoos as described by the complainant. However, the picture that's on the DA portal, that's not my client.
So, Your Honor, here's what I've just asked. We reached out to Colin because he does have some serious pending charges. I think we're going to be able to get our case resolved out based on our evaluation of this case. I just need a second here to get felony to reach back out to me to come to a resolution on this.
I mean, if they have the wrong person, they have the wrong person.
It's the wrong person,
I
Judge.
would argue that based on the PC we have in the DIMS.
You want to reach out to them now to see?
We've already reached out. We've reached out.
And we were here in our last setting for that to happen. It still hasn't.
That's Ariel, that's not what happened. What happened is Ariel came to me and said, hey, I think y'all have issues with the case. Here's why. I said, okay, we'll take a look. We have taken a look. Given felony our concerns for the case. That is what was supposed to happen.
But is it true that the photo that they gave was a different person?
Yes, that is correct, Judge.
Where does it?
Let's do this. I got a line building up. Show them real
I have
quick.
showed them, Judge. And I gave,
Judge, based
I broke down the case, gave them point details of what's wrong.
And I'm not, what I'm saying is, Judge, we, based on what Ariel gave me last time, we evaluated the case.
But we all have the discovery on the portal. I did my diligence. That's where I'm going to leave it, Judge.
Okay, let's do this. Let me stand down for a second. Can you pull the picture so I can see it real quick as well? And then let me take a look. And if it's not the right person, I'm going to find no PC now.
Okay.
So just, but let me, they've been waiting. Let me, just give me
Okay, Judge.
10 minutes. And then let me.
I'll hop back in line and I'll have the picture ready. Thank you.
I will say, Judge, before we do the plea, I was informed by probation, he did a TRAS in anticipation of his sentencing for next week in felony courts. And apparently they are recommending inpatient treatment. So he's likely going to get that on the felony probation.
Over there.
That was their TRAS.
Yeah, we're not going to ding him.
Okay. Just wanna.
No, he'll be expected to once he's released.
Of course.
Mr. Myers, come up. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You're charged, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're making a very serious decision today, Mr. Myers. You need to understand that you ever get into a car forever and a day, you get pulled over and there's anything funky in your car, whether it's alcohol, dope, you're now going to be looking at a felony charge. Do you understand? A third DWI, you're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Have you been to the pen before?
Yes, sir.
You could be looking at potentially 15 to life days. You know, if it's a serious enough charge. You know, if you've been to the pen twice, you're habitual. 25 to life, man. Really. When something that's so easy as you taking an Uber, $40, anywhere you want to go, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, a toke off a joint, you get into a car, you're begging for trouble. Do you understand?
Sure.
The agreement is 1 year in Harris County Jail to be probated for 18 months. You will do a repeat offender education class, 4 victim impact panels. You must also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. He's already done a TRAS upstairs.
He'll still have to do it.
Can we go on that as well, and we'll piggyback so he doesn't have to do it again? Okay, we're going to use your TRAS upstairs down here so you don't have to do it all over again. And what we'll do is we will do the same thing because they're requiring you to do SATF upstairs, okay? Which is probably what they're going to order you to do. We will run everything at the same time so it runs together. Just if you have a problem, address it, man.
Sure.
The last thing you want. Did you see what happened yesterday? Did you see what happened upstairs yesterday?
No, sir.
Yesterday, there was a guy that's in his 30s that had 2 DWI convictions. He's out in a car. He rams into someone else in the back, kills an officer. Yesterday, he got life. So that's what I'm saying. It's an accident. You don't mean to do it, but if you kill someone, you're looking at a life sentence, man. Take an Uber. It's not hard. It's so easy. One button on your damn phone will get you a car wherever you want to go. He must do 3 days in Harris County Jail as a condition of the probation. Do you know when he wants to do it?
April 28th.
Okay. All right. No breath test refusal. If you're driving in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test. You must do it while you're on this probation. No drugs, no alcohol, and a guardian and a lock. Is this how you understand the agreement, Mr. Myers?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you're stuck with us until you complete it or you get revoked. If you do something to violate this probation, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to bring you back out and we're going to have a hearing to determine if you violate it, and you're looking at an entire year. You understand?
I'm sorry.
Okay. I have to suspend your license. I'm going to suspend it for a year. Good luck to you, sir.
And the super fines and everything are waived. I am appointed. He is very much a good gentleman.
I normally, on a second, won't, but he's on probation. He's going to be doing SATF. I will. Don't get into a car, man. Just please don't get into a car. It's not hard. You understand? I'm suspending your license as of today. You're not allowed to drive. I will have you sign an affidavit today promising me you're not going to drive. Mr. Myers, I don't care what you got to do. Just don't drive. All right, good luck.
Thanks.
I have Mr. Broussard, who's the fellow who we spoke about yesterday. He's here. He's in the hallway with his brother, I think.
Right out of the gate, this is a probable cause hearing, not a trial. The judge isn't deciding guilt yet, just whether there's enough evidence to move forward. But make no mistake, what's said here can still bury you later. In this case, it's already sounding bad.
I was trying to remember if it's brother or dad. I think it's brother. So per our conversation yesterday, your game was putting it back on, and I apologize. I don't have them on my docket, so I got to look up the cause number. And then, of course, it doesn't pull up because I think I misspelled Broussard.
So where do we go from here?
So they were debating, the district attorney's office was
Back to
debating.
the middle.
Yeah, so it's the same answer basically that, this is when we're talking about like mental health.
They have a TRAS,
Yes.
right?
And I think, yes, we were gonna have a TRAS, or was it?
I'm doing a copy now.
Copy valve, that was it, because the TRAS, any kind of thing that we do in the TRAS.
We're gonna comp out. So can we get a date today?
So what'll happen is, once I get him on bond, then I can file a comp eval and ask for a date. Because they won't give me a date if he's got a warrant. So,
Okay.
so we get him on bond, yeah. Yes, Judge. It is 2503 529. I give you Mr. Broussard.
Show up. That's all we're asking you to do. When you show up to court, good things happen, Mr. Broussard, okay?
Sure.
We need to do something with you now. I'm gonna reinstate your bond. We need to send you to do an evaluation. It's the only thing I'm asking you to do. If you do this, good things are gonna happen, all right? So I'm reinstating it now.
Yes, Judge.
File the paperwork. Is it?
I'm gonna do it right now. Yes, normally I can get, so I don't know when the date will be, but they'll tell me a date today.
Wonderful. Let's do it. So before he leaves, he knows the actual date.
Excellent.
Awesome. Okay.
And Judge, is it possible for him to stay in the hallway with his brother? Okay.
Don't leave.
Don't
leave.
Be in the hall, okay?
Okay. You ready?
Travius Bell, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Bell, he's was on the docket for today, but he does have a bond violation.
Who wants to talk first?
If I may, Your Honor. I think the facts were that, you may recall, he was being evicted from a place where he was living with his family member. He was getting a drink. His family member has dreads like him, kicked the door. He was walking back to the residence. They accused him of doing what his cousin did. He was taken into custody because he had the MAJ out of Fort Bend County. I believe he gave a fake name or something like that. The state is verifying these facts. He was in the process of finding some place to live when he was here for his bond conditions. He's got his ankle monitor. He has a new place where he lives, where he's been resting his head. But I think the bond violation is popping up because he's not checking in to where the original location was that he gave probation. I believe he has phone records from when he was speaking with probation, trying to inform them of the updated address. And I just got the BVR last night at like 9 o'clock or something like that. The first time.
I haven't even seen it.
Yeah,
I don't even.
nor has the state. So perhaps we're
Let me take a look. So the bond violation is that you entered at 10:50 as opposed to the 10 o'clock, right?
Yes, 10:50 and 21 seconds on 3/28. And that goes back to 3/28 as well, Your Honor. And today is April 9th.
Don't pick up any more bond violations. It's not going to go well for you. You understand? If you don't have anyone if you don't have anyone that's ready to pony up $10,000 on you, if you get both your cases revoked, you'll be stuck like Chuck in there until this thing's over with. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Make good decisions. One more. That's it. There's no excuse. Do you understand? Okay. All right. We'll continue supervision.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Teapot.
Buenos días, señor Tubbs.
You were charged with illegal dumping. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine.
What is the multa?
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On August 1st, 2019, surveillance video recorded a gray Chevrolet Avalanche bearing a temporary license plate and also recorded two Hispanic males exit the vehicle and illegally dump a refrigerator on the side of a street easement in Harris County, Texas. The weight of the waste was approximately 117 pounds. The officer used the license plate to identify the defendant. The officer compared the surveillance video to the defendant's driver's license photo and believes the suspect to be the same person.
Y sospechoso era la misma persona.
See the person?
On the surveillance video.
There's surveillance of him actually dumping the fridge.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Bucks, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. You run his license, please.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I just have one moment.
Sure. If you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, you are not allowed to drive. And that is a condition of your bond. If I find that you do in violation of this, I will put you in jail. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you because they sweep it daily, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in there until this case is over with. And then you get shipped off to immigration. Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende? Yes, sir.
How's jail?
It wasn't fun.
I'll be right back.
You don't want help?
I would like to receive help.
We can help you find a place to stay. We can get you food, cell phones, all kinds of stuff. All you have to do is ask and we can provide it to you. The problem is that if you're homeless and you continue to rack up these convictions, you're just making it worse for yourself. Every time you plead guilty, you end up with a conviction. And when you rack up certain types of convictions, it only hurts you so much worse, you know? They've offered you time served. If you want to do this today, we can do it today. We also have other services available as well if you want that as well. You're charged with 2 counts of criminal trespass. The agreement that they have worked out, or that you guys have worked out, is they're going to dismiss one. You will end up pleading on the second one. If you do this, you're going to end up with a conviction on your record. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. You understand? Is this what you want to do? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this, there's no turning back. Who do you have in your life? Do you have anyone?
Right now.
Mom, dad, anyone?
I have my mom, but I haven't contacted her.
Why not?
I haven't had the
Where does she live?
town.
So you would prefer to live on the street than contact mom?
I really get in contact with her, but it's just been a minute.
She's what?
It's been a long time. I would want to get in contact with her though.
Where are you living now? On the street? So why not call mom? Isn't it better to live at home with mom than to live on the street?
Without realizing.
But Cassidy, 30 days from today, if you have a change of heart, if you would rather do something else like a probation, come back and we can talk. Because I have jurisdiction within 30 days of after you do this. If you have a change of heart, if you want probation, if you want help, services, we can do that for you. You know, it just scares me that you're doing this. You're going to end up right back on the street, end up back in 2 weeks with another charge, you know? How do you plead to this offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to have you talk to Shatoria. We have resources that we can give you. Whatever you need, all you got to do is ask and we'll try to help you with whatever you need. All right? Like I said, if you have a change of heart, you want to do something within 30 days, let me know. We can do something, try to do something different. All right? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? Mr. Cassidy.
That's you. How do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. What exactly? How do I plead?
Guilty or not guilty?
Are you guilty of criminal trespass? All right. I'm going to find you guilty. I'll send it to you the 90 days. I'll give you credit for the 36. I'll have you talk to Shatori now so we can try to help you out. All right? All right. Good luck, Mr. Cassidy. Your other case will be dismissed. You have something on today's docket?
No, Your Honor.
Is that what this is? PSR?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
No, Your Honor, but
Those 255-7900. 7900.
79.
Cheryl.
7900, Cheryl. It's the last name. Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Can I bring him up?
Oh, so this is, I guess,
He's not here.
He's not here. He's from out of state. There's not a date. And so I was wanting to answer the open warrant and try to see if we can set a bond.
We usually do that with them here so we can get bond conditions done. Where do they live?
He's in Maryland, Baltimore area.
Can he get here so we can do it? I don't mind giving him a PR bond,
Yeah.
but we need him here.
So he said he could be here by next week. I think spring break is next week for the family.
Tell him
The
to be careful, he
16th.
gets on a plane.
Well, that's the problem. So I didn't want him to get on a plane or drive and there's.
Well, driving, I mean, I don't think that there's.
Either way, we couldn't clear it because he would need to fingerprint and I would need him here to sign the bond and to be sent for fingerprinting. Because even if a bond is set, the warrant can't be cleared until they go to JPC and receive that information. So,
I don't know, like, if I were to set a bond, I don't know, would he be able to make it in Maryland?
oh, like a surety bond?
Yeah,
Right.
or if I remember pay the court.
I know for
something.
surety bonds, they do have to fingerprint as well.
Yes.
So I'm
but-
not sure how that works.
Are you okay with setting a bond on this?
My only, I didn't realize it, my only concern is obviously bond issues, right? Like, I don't care about the amount, it's because it's family violence case, so we're gonna contact.
Well, so what, you know, if we set a bond and he makes it, he's got 7 days to be here. If he doesn't come, we issue another warrant and I'll never do it again.
We just came from court one. There's apparently two cases.
Oh.
One was going to be dismissed. We
Wait a
thought it was
second.
court.
No.
And now we're here.
But
It's coming to us, regardless, it would have been, it's the lower case number. We have the lower case number, so it come to us.
what's weird?
That said to be the other day that that the magistrate found no PC on, they didn't sign the warrant.
Oh, that's weird. Did you hear that?
And we had case two.
So let's get it here, Vic. Let's get it here so we can do everything all at once. You want to do that?
Yeah, the court one has to be the one to transfer it, and they have to sign it.
Will you go?
I just came from, but the prosecutor's office said they're going to end up dismissing the case. It hasn't happened yet, but there was no reason for the judge to issue a bond or anything. She said I still had to come here, so I just came.
Did they say when they're going to dismiss it or no?
No, but I mean, at this point, it can't.
The problem is, if I set you a bond now and they don't dismiss it, you'll never be able to post bond because there's always going to be that warrant out.
I mean, I can run up, go and check with she put on the record.
Oh, great. Is it your case?
It's not, it needs to transfer over because it was in court one, that's court five.
He's saying that they're going to dismiss it.
The assault family violence.
I think the magistrate found no PC on it. And the magistrate refused to sign the warrant too.
It's the other one, Judge, that they found, they didn't sign, it was the 255787.
They found no PC or they found
They
PC?
didn't sign the warrant. The one
On the
in court
terroristic
one,
threat.
I don't know if he signed out. But. the
Okay,
one-
so I guess the magistrate found no PC on the terroristic threat and found
We don't have a
PC.
case at all, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I was going to ask for a PC hearing anyway, but at this point, because there's an
Let
open
me do
warrant.
this plea real quick and
Yeah,
then,
I'll
be on your
hang
case.
out. Thank you.
it was, the magistrate found no PC on the terroristic threat, our case.
Oh, okay.
So let me just do this plea and we'll do PC.
Yeah.
Coming up. Okay, counsel, are you ready? Are you ready?
Maybe so. I'm waiting on.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me, this was, no, I mean, this was one quick.
Just take your time. There's no rush.
7900. It is discovered. Yeah.
Okay, I think I bought it on the phone, maybe false.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have the cost numbers on Cheryl?
Yes, I'm pulling it up now.
I mean, theoretically speaking, if a magistrate found no PC on our case here, there's nothing I can do anyways. Right? Because we've lost jurisdiction. So there's nothing that I can do with it. They either have to dismiss it or have to go re-indict it at some point.
Right.
So What do you want to do with the terroristic threat?
I mean, just for candor purposes, this is the first time that I'm looking at
That you're even seeing, okay, so
and everything, so I'm just not in a position where I'm gonna be able to say, yes, we're gonna, dismiss it or not.
what we normally do in that instance is we give the state a little bit of time to do whatever they want to do to determine whether they want to dismiss it or go indict it. We usually put it for the last. Vic,
Yes, Judge.
the no PC cases that they haven't dismissed, do we put it on the last day of?
The last Monday of the month, so April 28th.
That's what we normally put it on for you guys to make whatever decision that you want to do. The terrorist threat's out of my hand. Nothing I can do with it. So if you want me to do something on the assault, we got to get it down here. And then I can set you a bond.
They just called.
Okay.
The assault's been dismissed.
So I just want to make sure there's not an open warrant. That's the only.
So I guess just the warrants outside.
But the problem, he never signed the 2B, right? So how can there be an open warrant if he didn't sign the 2B?
It's like it's in warrant status, but they didn't.
It'll show warrant status, but a judge, me, the magistrate never signed the actual warrant for it to issue. It shows warrant status, but.
Okay, so I think the open warrant was
Problem
court
is though.
realistically.
No, because they just dismissed it.
Right, so now that will go away.
That's going to
Potentially.
pay, but
Okay.
our case here in court 5, it's been no PC by the magistrate. So the problem is that wherever he goes, people are going to see open warrant and they're not going to know what transpired here. So they're going to assume it's in warrant status. So they're going to.
That's my concern for him.
I understand. So ball's in your court. My name's Bennett and I ain't in it.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't do anything.
I mean,
So
I can hang out
no.
today.
Take your time, take a look, what I would do, just, I guess, get his information, contact him in a couple days, see what you guys want to do, take your time, talk to whoever you need to talk to, and then to make a decision.
So I'll talk to my chief today about it, see what's up.
And then you guys, I mean, there's for me,
Yeah,
there's
at
nothing
this-
to do, because
Well, thank you, Judge.
our house is out, and then the other one's been dismissed. I would go get a copy of that dismissal.
Right, no, this is all helpful either way. I'm glad I came down.
I would, at the minimum, go get yourself a copy of the dismissal from court 1, so you have that for your record, so you can give it to your client, and then let them know what's.
Judge, they're seeing that since, even though that they didn't sign the warrant, it's be heard by the judge and then.
She found the proceeds.
They do things a little bit different, so like, so just because they.
Did they find it? Yeah. Hold on, guys, hold on. Okay, so this is what happened. The cops go to get the warrant signed on the terroristic threat, and the magistrate refused to sign it. So what she's saying that we need to hear PC right now.
Okay, let's have a hearing then. That's probably the easiest.
Shh. Okay, so, are you ready? Okay, go for it.
Officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas. When witness stated that the defendant called her the day prior and stated, quote, "I know where you live. I'm going to come kill you. I'm going to kill your dog. I have a trapper on your farm." When witness told officers that the defendant had given her the vehicle and that she was concerned about the existence of a tracking device. Defendant is not a resident of the state, but was in town for an unrelated reason. The defendant then sent the complaining witness a photo of her apartment door after making a threat. Heard on ring video, the defendant hitting the door in an aggressive manner. CW said she was in fear of her life.
So he says, go through it again.
All right, so complainant witness stated that the defendant called her the day prior and stated, "I know you live. I'm going to come kill you. I'm going to kill your dog. I have a track on your car." Complainant witness told officers that the defendant had given the vehicle, not she was concerned about that just tracking device. Defendant was in town for an unrelated reason. But the defendant then sent a complainant a photo of her apartment door after making the threat, and the officer observed on ring video the defendant hitting the door in an aggressive manner, and the complainant stated she
So
was.
why would they find no PC? I mean, it's.
There's a few things left in there. I think first, the complainant stated she did not wish to pursue any criminal charges, perhaps.
Yeah, but that doesn't
I mean,
factor into whether there's probable.
The other issue, I think, is this allegedly happened on the day before, and at some point later the next day, the complaining witness, I don't think 911 was called, the complaining witness did their own investigation somehow. That's what I can tell from the way the complaint is written. So I don't think 911 was ever called. I don't think the threats are imminent as would be required under the Terroristic Threats Act.
He says, I'm going to come kill you. I mean, there's imminency with that. I'm going to go do that, right?
Certainly that is a consideration. I don't think that's imminent because there's not, I'm coming now, I'm doing this. Like, I think there has to be a finite time.
I'm going implies I'm coming.
And I think for the purpose of PC, right now we have a complainant stating, even if, she didn't want to press charges or anything, a complainant stating that she was in fear of imminent, she was in imminent fear. We have a statement, we have a video of a picture of her front door being sent, and then a video of the defendants,
I don't know that we have that, but I understand if those threats were allegedly made, I think it was the day before.
Day before what?
The day before, based on the complaint. I'm just strictly going off the complaint. It was the day before, and then the next day in the evening, this complaint was filed. So there's at least a period of time that no longer has the imminency is my point.
No, they may have filed it later, but the act itself isn't terroristic threat when it happens. Of course, they file. It takes time to file something. They're going to file it later, right? But the fact remains is that on this day, at this time, he says, hey, I'm going to fucking kill you, right? And then proceeds to provide more evidence, adding credence to the fact that he's going to do it. I don't know about the assault, but I mean, I think that there is sufficient to go forward just for the terroristic threat. If you want, I can set you a bond now. That way they can make it. But let him know that once I set a bond, if he makes it, he needs to be here within 7 days.
Sure.
And then after that, you guys go do about your business, right? Now, I think the fact that she may not want to go forward or whatnot, that will play into the case itself. But remember, probable cause is a very low burden.
Well, I understand completely, Jan. I just think in terms of probable cause, and I understand that what the complainant said, it's coming from a third party. I know hearsay is allowed and all of that later on, but for purposes of today, at least if we can get the bond, that because I came with the impression that this was already an open case anyway.
And I thought so too, but a lot of times what happens is the magistrates don't get all the information because it comes in piecemeal. And so they may not have had all the information at the time when the 2B was issued, and they kind of supplement it after the fact. So what do you think about a bond? Amount wise?
Well, can we just pay? I was thinking a couple $100 to pay to the court so that he doesn't have to pay a bondsman.
You're going to pay?
I'm not going to pay. A family member.
I was going to say, be very careful.
I'm not paying anything.
Be very careful.
Family will pay on his behalf, but I would want him to pay the court so that the money can be returned rather than a bonding company.
They'll have to go to the sheriff's office. They don't come here to ask.
No, either way, but I wanted to be able the opportunity to pay a couple $100 to the court so that money could be returned.
What are you saying? How much?
Like $300 to $500 is what I was thinking.
Sure, 500.
400 it is. We'll split the puppy for you.
There you go.
Okay. So I'm going to find PC on the terroristic threat.
Put the 2B warrant in your shit.
Okay. Bond will be set at $400. Did they in fact dismiss the other one though?
Yes, Martha said
Okay.
she has to.
Can we print out a copy of it? If he can get here, I'll give him a PR bond. So
I think he said next week would be.
Just he runs a risk, right?
Right.
Because there'll be an open warrant for his arrest, so he runs a risk. The later he takes to do it, then. But okay, we're done.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks.
This is where the case tightens up. Witness photos, a matching vehicle, a camo jacket, and a screwdriver consistent with auto burglaries. Individually, these details might seem small, but stacked together, they form a textbook probable cause package.